All right, number one, we're at Shipwreck Restaurant, and something we did not know is the food is all you can eat. So if you want more of the sea dog platter, or you want more dessert, you can have more dessert, and whatever you get, you just can have it keep on coming. So that was number one. Didn't really realize it. So let's go on to number two. So tip number two, water is free here at Legoland. And I don't think we really realized that at first. We grabbed some water and we were going. But water is free. So we use water for Blossom. We use water for... That feels good, huh?
Come here. No. Come here.
Get someone you to... Whoa, come back! I didn't get it. You gotta come back. All right, let's just dump water on ourselves too. Oh, that's so cold.
Want me.
It's gotta be cold when you're hot though, and hit yourself with cold water. You know, your body might react funny to it, but they cooled off a little bit, so they're okay.
Who wants to pour it down my neck?
Make sure you're safe too when you're doing this. Don't just jump in an ice bath when you're coming out of the heat.
Let Michaela.
All right, our final tip, number 3, on our Legoland trip. We are back home from our trip, and we didn't get really time to do a video on this because it happens really quick. But the trick to getting good minifigures on a trade, so when you go to Legoland, you can trade figures with staff and employees of Legoland. So you got to have kind of a keen eye on who has what. So not only are you trying to get from ride to ride, but you also got to pay attention to what they have. So the tip is to watch out for staff with good minifigures. But here's the secret to it. And we figured this out. And we even asked some of the people there on how this works. So I don't really know how many people know this. I didn't really find any information on it. But the secret to finding good minifigures to trade is to find behind-the-scenes staff of Legoland. So we had an issue with our HVAC controller pad. It looked like someone had damaged it. I don't know what happened with it, but we let them know. And the person that came up to check it out had some amazing minifigures on their name tag, but we did not have any of our minifigures to trade at the time when he came up. So we didn't get to trade with him. So I was like, man, that's weird that this person, kind of like a behind-the-scenes person, had all these great minifigures. And then I just, wrong time, wrong place. I just didn't think about having my minifigures with him. I think we were actually down in the park, and I had come up to meet him, or my wife did or something. But either way, we didn't have our figures. We were separated. So we were walking through the park. I think we were in the Ninjago area, and we saw a fellow walking, and I saw it looked like he had popped his head into the Ninjago. Looked like gift shop. I was in a gift shop, and he popped his head in, and when he did, I saw he had like 20 figures on his name tag, and I was like, I got my figures. They're in my they were in our cart that we had. And so I went over to grab him. When I grabbed him, he was gone. Like, I couldn't. He was a ninja, I'm pretty sure. His name actually was Colvin. But just as quickly as I saw him, he was gone. And so I was looking for him. I couldn't find him. So I was waiting for the kids to get off the ride. They got off the ride. They came out. Everyone met up again together. And I was getting ready to tell my wife all the minifigures that I saw on this name tag. And before I could even tell her, she spotted him. And I don't even know I don't know where he came from. He was just walking down the path. I don't think he came out of a building or anything. So I'm pretty sure Colvin is part ninja. He just popped out there. And she was like, hey. And he turned around, and super nice guy. We really enjoyed talking to Colvin, took some pictures with him. But he had a lot of these minifigures on his name tag. And the kids traded with him. And they got some good stuff. Kiwi, which one did you get?
I got the acorn girl.
You got the acorn girl. And then Ant-Man, I think he traded for the Minecraft figures, I think, right?
He traded for this one. this
Oh,
one
yeah, and you got the snow guy.
and that one.
Yeah, so Colvin really did a good trade with it. I think kind of the rule is they're only supposed to trade one like per person, but we had a lot of minifigures, so we traded a bunch with him, and he was really awesome about it. So the secret to find, and Colvin told us what he did. Now all I heard was the word tech in it, and I was like, you do something crazy here. I don't know what it is, but he did something. I think he said he was checking on rides and making sure that they were safe for everyone to ride on. But he's kind of behind the scenes, and we stopped him right in the sun. We were like 10 feet, well, probably like 2 feet from the shade, and we were roasting hot. But he was really gracious and took some time to take some pictures, trade minifigures with us, and just had a really good time with it. So it was really fun to do that. It takes time away from doing rides, but who cares when you get to do stuff like that? So we appreciate Colvin and trading some minifigures with us. These will be displayed very proudly, and we might use them in our city, and we'll find something for them. So tip number 3, find some behind-the-scenes staff to trade with. I know there was another guy, I'm pretty sure that he was going to some sort of medical emergency. I wasn't paying attention to it, but he was walking by and he had, which one did he have, Kiwi? I'm trying to remember.
He had this.
It was that one. So he was walking by. He had this guy on his name badge. I think he had another one. I don't see it here. Was it the red? It was the red hair girl, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't put all of them out here. But he had, so we traded with him twice. We saw him. So it looked like he was in a hurry, which I wasn't paying attention. And, but he actually stopped to take time to trade. We didn't know what he was doing. But I think he was going to help someone with maybe some first aid or something. But he traded with us really quick. And I didn't realize he was in a hurry, but he traded this guy with us. And so we appreciate, I don't know what his name was. He looked like a behind the scenes kind of staff kind of person. But very helpful. So try to keep out for those type of people. I think they're a little more invested in their Lego. The one lady that I asked who was working in the Ninjago gift shop, I asked her about trading minifigures, and they said they just get a bin of generic figures to trade. So it's all one kind of group. So basically just like your frontline workers, they're just going to grab that kind of stuff because they're going to trade all the time with people coming through their line. So it's kind of difficult to bring in, trade 10 of these, So they're just trading generic stuff. So keep an eye out for those behind the scenes people that you don't see very often. And hopefully you can come up with something good. That ends our trip to Legoland. We're back home, nice and comfy. We had a great time. So highly recommend all the little tips there that we gave you. And keep an eye out for stuff. So we'll see you guys later.